Hans Brinker was a Dutch boy who lived in a small village by the Zuider Zee. His story takes place about 100 years ago. In those days, Holland had all the quaint characteristics we have come to think of as typically Dutch. All the charm and the beauty captured and passed on to us in the paintings of the great Dutch masters, such as Vermeer, Ruysdael, and Rembrandt. Here in the fishing village of our story, the men pursued their livelihood on the sea for 6 hard-working days each week. But on the 7th, they took their folks to church. And that is where they'd been on the particular Sunday in spring when our story begins. Among the good burghers on their way home from Sunday Mass was a humble family of fisher folk called Brinker.
What a wonderful day for a sail.
On Sunday?
Why not? We've been to church.
We can go to the coast and have a picnic.
Please, Mother. All right, I'll pack a basket lunch.
May I invite Hilla van Gleck?
Of course.
Do you think the burgomaster will approve?
Why shouldn't he?
Good day, mevrouw. Good day, Burgomaster. We wondered if Hilla would like to come sailing with us.
May I, please?
No, it's out of the question.
Besides, we're taking coffee with the shrimp.
I'm sorry, Hans.
So am I.
Coming, Hilda.
Another time, perhaps. I would have liked to have gone sailing with Hans.
It's right you're always polite to peasants like the Brinkers, but you must not associate with them.
Why not, Father? They're decent, honest folk, and it's fun to be with them.
Father means that you should choose your companions from your own class.
Oh, Mother. I suppose you mean someone like Ludwig Schimmel. He bores me. I much prefer the company of Hans Brinker.
Ahoy! Ahoy there!
Have you ever heard the people say that the Lord created the earth, but the Dutch made Holland?
No.
Well, once upon a time, all the land where we now live was covered by water. And then our great-great-grandfathers came and decided to take it from the sea.
Take it from a sea?
Yes. First, they built a big dike, like this, to keep the ocean back. Then they used windmills to pump the water out, so they could raise crops and build towns, where the sea used to be.
It's called the Watcher.
Because it always keeps both eyes open, watching the sea. But sometimes, a storm drives the waves over the Watcher, so they build a second dike.
It's called the Dreamer.
Because it's only half awake, until it's needed. But then it stands there, holding the water back.
And that one?
That last one is called the Sleeper. It just lies there, snoozing like our old cat in front of the fire. But if the sea ever broke through the 2 other dikes, the Sleeper would wake up and save us from being drowned. So now you understand what the people mean when they say the Lord created the earth, but the Dutch made Holland. Let me see.
It's not very good.
Well, I don't know much about it, but I think you have talent.
I want to learn. I want to be a good artist.
Then you shall be. They say a man can do anything if he puts his mind to it. But just now, what about a race?
Good. Where?
Over the dike, around the windmill over there, and that back.
I'll get back first.
You mean you'll try?
Get ready. Go! wasn't fair. You pulled me back.
I can't let you beat me yet.
Father, come quickly!
Yes, you see what can happen if you don't keep a close watch. The sea is our friend because we live by it, but it could also be our enemy. And if we are not careful, we might die by it. We'd better be starting for home. Even on Sunday, the devil can brew a storm.
It's time you two went to bed. Otherwise, you'll be sleepy for school tomorrow.
Just a little while longer, Mother.
Gretel.
To the loft, both of you.
Good night, Mother.
Good night, darling.
Good night, Father.
Good night. Good night, Mother.
Good night, darling.
Good night, Father.
Good night.
Don't forget your prayers.
Major, have you seen all these drawings Hans has made?
Oh, yes, I've seen them.
Don't you think they're good?
Perhaps, but he should be learning a useful trade, not wasting his time making pictures.
Wasting his time. He wants to be an artist.
Holland has too many artists, all poor.
Isn't that better than being a poor fisherman like his father?
I'm serious, Ruff. I'm worried about Hans. Gretel will be all right. She can cook and sew, and she'll find herself a good husband. But what will be the future for Hans?
I think a man should work at what he enjoys.
Look, I want our children to have a better life than we've had.
But we are getting along fine.
Now, perhaps. But when winter comes and the fishing is poor, there will be hardly enough to eat again.
Major, you don't have to worry anymore. I've been keeping a surprise for you.
Mother, what is it?
Oh, darling, did it frighten you? Oh, it's such an awful weather. Come, darling. See? See how it rains.
Look. It was so loud.
Look,
Where did you get all that money?
for years now. Ever since Gretel was born. Whenever I made an extra guilder, I put it aside. First I filled my tobacco pouch, then a sock, and now, do you know how much we have?
No.
Exactly 1,000 guilders.
Oh, Ruff. Now you don't have to work so hard in your old age.
I like to work. Who would want to sit and just do nothing? No, this is for you and the children. If Hans wants to be an artist, all I ask is that he's a good one.
Where are you going?
To hide this where it's safe.
Now you're going to bed, darling. Like that. Now you go to sleep.
Rap! Open up!
Oh, Caps. Come in. You too, Peter.
What brings you out on a night like this?
We just heard that the watcher dike over at Rotterdam has broken and they need men to repair it.
Well, let's get started then.
May I go too, Father?
Why not? Get dressed.
They say it's the worst storm in 40 years. The waves are breaking right over the seawall.
Hurry up, Hans.
Put your back towards there.
Keep them coming! All bags in the
Fortunately, the skull wasn't broken. I think he will be all right in time.
But, Doctor, when they brought him home, he didn't even recognize us.
That should pass soon. Of course, he has to be in bed for a while. I'll look in again this evening.
Peter and I'd be glad to share our cash with you till Raffy's on his feet again.
Thank you, Cabs. You are a good friend. But we'll get along. You see, Ruff managed to put something aside.
That's good. We fishermen live from hand to mouth. Come on, Peter.
You mustn't worry, Mother. I'll take the sea beggar out myself tomorrow.
We must ask the good Lord to make your father well again soon.
But as the weeks went by, Raff didn't improve. True, he could sit by the window now, but he was listless and vacant, and his memory was gone. And with it, any recollection of his savings and their secret hiding place.
If we could only find the money your father hid, we would have more than enough to live on.
Why don't you ask him again, Mother? Perhaps he'll remember this time.
Ruff, it's me, your wife. Darling, do you remember the money you saved?
Money?
Yes, 1,000 guilders. You hid them in a leather bag the night of the big storm.
Storm?
You took it into the storeroom, but we can't find it. We've searched everywhere. You must have hidden it well. Where is it? Ruff, do you understand? Where is the money in the leather bag? Ruff, you must remember, we need the money, we need it desperately.
Don't cry, Mother. Please don't cry.
I'm sorry. You eat your soup. You must be hungry.
Summer and fall went by, and somehow the Brinkers survived. But then, to make matters worse, winter, bitter and severe, came very early that year. Hans quit school. For though he was too young for a steady job, the responsibility for his family's support now rested on him. No job was too lowly nor too hard. There were 5 mouths to feed, and the medicines for his sick father were costly.
I'm taking wood to the tavern.
How's your father?
Much better, thank you. He's able to sit up now.
That's good. I missed seeing you. When are you and Gretel coming back to school?
Well, not for a while yet. We have to help out till Father's on his feet again.
I hope you're keeping up with your drawing.
Oh, I've been much too busy. Fishing all summer, and now I'm doing odd jobs.
You mustn't give up your drawing, Hans.
But there are so many artists. Much better than I'll ever be.
Oh, you're too modest. My father has bought a lot of pictures, and I don't like them as well as yours. Promise me that no matter how difficult it is, you won't give it up.
I'll keep on with it then. Hilda, I thought you were coming with us.
Just a minute, Ludwig. It was good to see you again.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Too bad about Hans' father, isn't it? But he's getting better.
Better? He's a helpless idiot.
Ludwig, what a terrible thing to say.
Oh, well, it's true. I've seen him sitting in his window, just staring. They say he doesn't even know his own wife and children.
Dr. Kropp will cure him, you'll see.
How can anyone cure a man who's lost his mind?
But we can hope, can't we? Well, goodbye. See you tomorrow, Hilda. Bye. I can carry my own books home, thank you.
The captain and the mate and all the crew. Drink to the taverns where we stop to wet our whistles. Drink to the pretty maid who serves the golden brews. Oh, the jolly bargemen lead a merry, merry life with never any strife from a nagging wife. Oh, the jolly bargemen lead a merry, merry life.
Find any work? Nothing but this.
Did you try the wood-cutting mill?
They don't need anyone. Neither does Schimmel.
Times are bad. I'm lucky to wash pots here. Maybe Captain Johnson will take you on. He's on his way back to Hall.
I'll ask him.
Drink, 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 brother, sturdy men who drink, to the sturdy men who drink, brother, drink, brother, drink, brother, drink, brother. Drink.
Excuse me, Captain. I'm Ref Brinker's son.
Oh, is he getting any better?
Dr. Kropp says it'll take time.
Too much time. You ought to see a brain doctor.
A brain doctor?
Dr. Bookman from Amsterdam. Saved my brother when all the others gave him up.
But he'll be expensive.
Naturally, he's the best doctor in all the Netherlands.
Can you give me work?
Pulling my barge? That's man's work.
But I'm strong.
Next year, maybe. But go and see Dr. Bookman. If anybody can cure your father, he can.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Thank
let's
you
start
very
from the
much.
beginning again. All together.
Drink to the sturdy men who pull the heavy barges, drink to the captain and the mate and all the crew.
Good evening, Father.
You are late.
I've been looking for work, Mother.
Didn't you find anything?
I made a little delivering firewood, but it won't even pay for Father's medicine.
We saved some soup for you.
You mustn't feel badly, son. We'll manage somehow.
We can't keep on taking charity from the neighbors.
I know. If we could only find the money your father hid, we would have more than enough to live on.
I'm going to Amsterdam in the morning.
Why would you go there?
I've heard about a famous brain doctor, a Dr. Bookman.
We can't even pay old Dr. Kropp. How can we afford a famous city doctor?
I'm hoping someone might buy my drawings.
And I'll take our lace and sell it. We should get a better price in the big city.
And so early next morning, Hans and Gretel went to Amsterdam. The Dutch metropolis is not only Holland's capital, it's also one of the world's most exciting places, proudly called the Venice of the North, for it too is a city of islands, bridges, and canals. It too is a seat of learning and the arts, of soaring buildings and mighty churches, dynamic with the bustle of business and world commerce. Under any other circumstances, this first glimpse of the big city would have been sheer magic for Hans and Gretel. But even so, it held out hope. Hope to turn their handiwork into cash. Hope to find the celebrated doctor.
Excuse me, can you tell us how to find the marketplace?
Just cross that bridge over there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's the place over there.
Well, look, Henry, what exquisite lace.
Perhaps you'll be interested in a drawing, sir.
This is hardly the place to show pictures.
Where should I go then?
To the street of the art dealers, of course.
Thank you, sir. If I have any luck, I'll call on Dr. Bookman.
I'll be waiting for you.
Look, I want this and perhaps this. Oh, don't be so bored, Henry.
Excuse me, do you know the way to the street of the art dealers?
Yes, over there.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Well, what do you think of it? Oh, it's wonderful, sir. I've never seen anyone using oils before. Is it difficult?
Yes, at first.
Can you tell me where to find the street of the art dealers?
Are you an artist, too?
Oh, I hope to be someday. Now I only draw with a pencil.
May I see one? Not bad. There's a strong feeling for the land here. Is this your village?
Yes, sir.
I suppose you'll come to Amsterdam to sell them.
If anyone would want such plain sketches.
The old masters often worked in black and white. Even the greatest, who once lived in that house I'm painting.
Who's that, sir?
Who was? Why, Rembrandt from Rhine, of course.
Did Rembrandt really live there?
For 20 years. That was his happy period when he was married to Saskia.
Didn't he die in poverty?
Yes. But I think he was happy even then, for he had fulfilled his ambitions. Do you understand that?
I think I do, sir.
Come, I'll introduce you to a friend of mine who has helped a lot of new artists to get started, including me. Will you take this? Don't you think you might take a few on consignment, Monsieur Dion?
Well, maybe one.
If he sells it, you can give him a commission.
Thank you, sir. Oh, do you know I can find a Dr. Bookman?
He's living in the big house on Prinsengracht. Why do you want to see him?
My father was in an accident last spring and lost his memory.
So, maybe I can take 2 more.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm very grateful to you, sir, but I don't even know your name.
Franz Reichstadt. Here's a little present so you can begin to experiment with colors.
Colors? It's a wonderful gift. But you're too generous.
Oh, no.
Thank you again, sir. I'll come back as soon as my paintings are worthy enough.
What's his name?
Hans Brinker.
Oh, who knows? He might turn out to be good someday.
Oh, yes, I want to pay for this.
Put your money away. Do you think you are the only one who wants to encourage young talents?
What is it?
I'd like to see Dr. Bookman, please.
Oh, the doctor sailed for London.
London? When will he be back?
Well, he'll be away at least 2 weeks.
I'll come back then.
What happened?
The doctor won't be back for a couple of weeks.
That's too bad. I sold everything. The rich lady bought all the lace and the rest went for a good price. Look.
Why, you did well.
You'd better carry the money home.
All right. I saw the house where Rembrandt lived.
You did?
And I met a real artist, Franz Risdale. He liked my drawings well enough to introduce me to an art dealer who's going to try to sell some for me.
Oh, Hans, that's wonderful.
And the artist gave me these paints, and good ones too. So now I can try colors.
People are certainly kind here. The rich lady asked all about me, and when I told her how hard it had been for Mother, she said she'd come and call on us.
That's nice of her, but why?
I don't know, but I think she means to help us.
Gretel, we must celebrate tonight. Let's ask Caps and Peter to have dinner with us for a change.
What a good meal, mate. Like old times, eh, Raph? Want to play your accordion? Hmm? Oh, you want me to play it, eh? There's an old sailor song that we sing all day long, and we call it the wooden shovel. When we far out at sea, this gay melody makes us dream of our sweetheart by the old side of the sea. Oh, my darling, my Hollander miss, I'm longing to hug you and give you a kiss. Then whirl you around while the band plays with smalls, as we dance to the tune of the wooden shoe walls, like this, like this. Then whirl you around and give you a big kiss, like this, like this. The tune of the wooden shoe walls.
But Raph's smile was only fleeting. The harsh gray winter months marched by. In those days, when the ice locked up canals and waterways, the pulse in those busy arteries of Holland came almost to a standstill. No wonder it became ever more difficult for Hans to find work, though he tried everything in his power to help out. But the urge to be an artist was equally strong in him. He devoted each leisure hour to canvas and brush. Hadn't it been the lot of many a Dutch artist to suffer privations before attaining fame? And anyway, he'd promised Hilda that he would not neglect his talent.
Suppose you want to see what Hans is painting.
I'll join you later.
Come on, the ice is better over there.
Hello, Hans.
Hello, Hilda.
May I see? Oh, it's wonderful.
It's so exciting to work in colors. Things used to seem dull and gray, but now I see everything differently.
Do you, Hans?
And it's all because of you. Now I feel confident. I believe in myself.
I'm glad.
I'm anxious to try a portrait next.
How would you like to paint me?
I'd like to very much. When?
It's tomorrow, right? After school?
Fine. I'd ask you to come to our house. But Father isn't feeling too well these days.
I know where we can go. Inside the mill. It's warm there and Boss won't mind.
I'll be waiting for you.
I'd like to surprise Father with it on St. Nicholas Day. Maybe he'll want to buy it.
Oh, I wouldn't feel right about selling it to you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Very good coffee, thanks. Come in, young man. As I was saying, my husband and I have no children. We are quite well-to-do. We live in a large house with more rooms than we can possibly use. Mina Corbs has consented to let me investigate conditions here. Oh, I admit, I expected to find a sordid atmosphere. Even drunkenness, perhaps. But I must say, I'm relieved. Everything is quite clean and tidy, despite your poverty. Gretel, you would like to live in a big, nice house with servants and good food, wouldn't you, dear? I hardly need to remind you of the advantages that Gretel would have that she's missing now.
But my Frau Kobs, I couldn't leave my family.
Do you mean that you would prefer to live here?
We're very happy together.
Of course, you could visit Gretel whenever you wish. And my husband is prepared to send you a moderate sum from time to time until your husband is able to work again.
I thank you for your good intentions, Mevrouw Kops, but I could never give up one of my children.
But
I hope you understand. We are all so close, so perhaps if you raise children of your own, you know what I mean. A family is something you never separate, no matter how poor you are.
Well, it's your decision. I only wanted to help you. I think you'll come to realize that you are not being fair to Gretel. Here's my husband's card if you change your mind.
Gretel?
Good evening.
And I thought she came to help us.
Oh, she meant well, Hans. You can't blame someone if they don't understand what a family means to each other.
Hello.
Hello, boss.
Hans is going to do my portrait as a surprise for Father.
Ah, it should be interesting.
It may not turn out to be like Rembrandt, but the light and the shadows are the same.
Well, well. What's the matter, Ludwig? You haven't been carrying Hilda's books home lately.
No, sir.
And you two had a falling out.
I don't think I should tell you, sir.
Tell me what? If it concerns my daughter, speak up.
Well, I don't believe in carrying tales, sir.
Tales? Tales? What do you mean?
Well, Hilda's been meeting secretly with Hans Brinker.
What?
I just saw them go into Boss Windmill. Alone.
Boss Windmill? Alone?
Yeah, it's coming pretty good. It even looks like her. I get some more firewood.
Mind if I rest a moment?
No, of course not.
Oh, it's going to be good. Father will be very pleased.
So this is how you abuse my confidence, Hilda. I'm ashamed of you.
But Father...
Go home at once. You'll be punished later. Hans Brinker, I forbid you to ever see my daughter again.
But you don't understand, sir.
Silence! You're an insolent peasant. And if I ever hear that you're meeting secretly with Hilda again, I'll have you force-whipped. Ah!
Oh, what's the good Burgermeister so upset about? Didn't he like your painting?
Hans, have you seen your father?
No,
He's wandered off somewhere. I'm afraid something terrible might have happened to him.
I'll find him, Mother. Take this and go back home.
All right.
It's the idiot!
What is he?
Down by the canal.
You stay here. I'll get the watchman.
Father! It's me, Father. Come back home, won't you, please?
There he is. Arrest him.
It's Ref! Come on and help! It's me, Ref, your old friend. Come on, let's go home.
They shouldn't let him run around like this.
He should be put away.
Oh, it's terrible. Poor Mitch.
Well, he is quiet now. You should all take some rest.
How can we rest? I'm afraid, Caps. Poor Ruff doesn't know what he's done.
Do you know what they're saying in the tavern? That they're going to send your father to an asylum.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wish we could help.
Oh, you've done everything you could. Thank you.
We better be going, Peter.
You mustn't worry, Mother. Dr. Bookman is due back soon. I'm going to see him.
How are we ever going to pay such an expensive doctor?
I'm hoping the dealer sold my drawings.
You mustn't count on that.
If worst comes to worst, I can always let the rich lady adopt me.
Oh, no.
No, Gretel, you won't have to do that. I'll find something.
Hans and Gretel redoubled their efforts. But the promise of a solution for their troubles came from an entirely unexpected source.
Hans, Gretel! Have you heard about the skating competition on St. Nicholas Day? That's the one with the prize of the real silver skates.
And this year, there's 300 guilders too for the boy and girl who wins it.
Gretel, this is the miracle we've been waiting for.
Yes, remember, even if we get in the finals, we'll be up against the best skaters on the whole Zuiderzee.
Who cares? We all have the same chance. And if one of us wins, our problems will be solved.
Then we better go and sign up now.
Come on, I'll race you to the town hall. Go!
And so the possibility of winning the rich prize in the great race kindled new hope in Hans and Gretel. Here indeed was a possible solution to their many problems. This coming event added also more excitement to one of the most delightful Dutch holidays, St. Nicholas Day, the time when St. Nick himself appears on his handsome white steed. It is a time for parties and the giving of gifts, much like our Christmas. Of course, at the mayor's house, as in most village homes along the Zuiderzee, there was only one topic of conversation that evening: tomorrow's qualifying races, to pick the contestants for the big silver skate event just 2 weeks away.
No doubt about it. Hilda and I are going to win first places in the competition tomorrow.
Don't be so sure, Ludwig. Our town is famous for its good skaters.
Like Hans Brinker?
Yes, like Hans and his sister. Cakes?
I don't think the Brinkers ought to be allowed to enter the contest.
Why not?
They only have wooden skates.
I don't see why that makes any difference.
Well, everyone knows wooden skates are dangerous. They stick on rough ice and can cause an accident.
Hans and Gretel seem to do all right on theirs.
Now, children, it's almost time for St. Nicholas to be arriving on his white steed, so let's sing a welcome song for him, all together.
Here our feet on the roof, we don't need more further proof. Good St. Nick is coming, he will fill his shoe to shoe. If you're good, you'll be getting something too. Good St. Nick is coming, welcome, St. Nicholas, bring us cheer. For we only see you but once a year. Here our feet on the roof, we don't need more further proof. Good St. Nick is coming, he will fill it.
Well, hello, little boys and girls. I hope you've all been good children during the year.
Oh, yes, we've been good. So have I.
I'm glad to hear it. For tonight, when you're asleep, I bring presents down the chimney into the shoes of all the good boys and girls. But I will bring switches to those who have been bad. You see, I know everything that's gone on, like not studying your lessons, or squirming in church, or not obeying your parents promptly. Some of you could even be guilty of throwing snowballs at gentlemen in high hats. But next year, I'm sure you will all be little angels again. Well, now I must be off to visit the other children all over the country. So help yourself to the sweets, and I wish you all a happy and merry St. Nicholas Day.
Hurry up, children, you mustn't catch cold.
What are you doing? What are you doing sneaking around in the dark like a thief?
I was just passing, Your Honor. I mean, Your Holiness. And I stopped to leave this present for the burgomaster.
Present? I am the one who gives presents, my boy. But what? When did you do this?
The last few nights, sir. I painted it from memory.
Well, I'm sure the burgomaster will like it. But now you better be off home.
Yes, Your Holiness. Your Grace.
thought everyone had a good time, didn't you?
Oh, yes, especially Father.
How he loves to play St. Nicholas.
Hilda, have you been seeing the Brinker boy lately?
Oh, I know. Not since you forbade me to.
Why don't you let those go and get some sleep? You want to be fresh for the contest.
All right. Good night, Mother. Thanks for the party. Good night. Good night, Father.
My dear. I saw that Brinker boy outside looking in at the party.
What did you do?
Send him away, of course.
We really should have invited the Brinkers this year. It's been a trying time for them. Hilda says Hans and Gretel are entered in the competition tomorrow. But they only have their wooden skates.
Why don't you send Hilda's old ones over to the girl?
That's what I hoped you'd say.
Wasn't it nice of Caps and Peter to remember Till? They've had a hard winter, too.
I carved these for him.
Oh, he'll love them.
It isn't much.
We have a lot to be grateful for. Ruff used to look forward to St. Nicholas Day as much as you did. I remember how excited you used to be to wake up in the morning and find your shows overflowing with presents. Sometimes he'd go without tobacco for a month, so he could bring you apples and gingerbread man.
Who brought it?
I don't know.
Perhaps there's a card inside. What is this? Oh, it must be for you, Gretel.
Oh, now I have a chance to win tomorrow. Oh, it's no wonder.
I can skate fine on wooden ones.
Let's show your father. Look, Ruff. Good friends who remembered us. All this wonderful food you need to make you strong. And tomorrow Hans and Gretel are going to enter the competition and they may win. Look, Gretel has real skates.
The competition has narrowed down to 6 boys and 6 girls. And we shall now select the finalists for the big race. The girls will take their starting positions.
Good luck.
You'll race out to the barrel, circle it, and return. The first 3 to finish will have the honor of representing our village in the big race, the 20. On your marks, get ready, go!
Congratulations, Hilda. It was a good race.
The winners are Hilda van Gleck, Gretel Brinker, and Katrinka Flack. And now the boys will take their starting positions.
Good luck, Hans. At least get in the finals like I did.
You'll race across the bay, up the canal as far as the marker, then return.
Don't anyone get behind Brinker. If he hits any rough ice with those snowplows, he'll break his neck.
On your marks. Get ready. Aye, aye. Come back.
back and wait for my signal. What's that? On your marks. Get ready. Go! Hans Brinker. Hans Brinker, Ludwig Schimmel, and Peter Bowman.
I tell you, if my son had tried, he could easily have come in first.
But he didn't. Hans Brinker beat him, and on wooden skates.
In the big race, that Brinker boy won't have a chance.
And who do you think will win, Mynheer Schimmel?
My Ludwig, of course. I've been giving him some pointers.
I'll put my money on Peter. Not because he is my son, but he takes endurance to skate 26 miles. And Peter is a strong lad, big for his age.
I'll wager 20 guilders that Ludwig comes in ahead of him.
I'll take that bet.
Make a note of that.
Forgive me for saying it, but I hope this spoiled brat of his falls and breaks.
Caps. At least we all agree that someone from our village will win.
Yeah.
I think you're all crowing a little too soon. Have you heard of a boy over at home they call Charles the Champion?
But he won the last 2 years.
That's right. And he won't be 19 until next month. So, he's entered again.
On the day the famous surgeon was due back from abroad, Hans went to Amsterdam. With skates like those, how much better would be his chances to win the race and pay for the doctor's services? Perhaps the art dealer had sold one of his drawings.
They won't find anyone in there. The shopkeeper is ill. He went home.
Oh, it's you again.
Has the doctor returned?
Only this morning. But I'd advise you to come back tomorrow.
But I must see him today.
I'm sorry. He has given strict orders to admit no one. He is not feeling well himself. He had a rough crossing.
I can't leave without talking to him. Please, my father needs help badly.
Very well. But I warn you, he'll be furious with both of us. Excuse me, Doctor, but...
I tell you, I was not to be disturbed. Whatever you are selling, young man, I don't want it.
I'm not selling anything, sir.
What's that you are carrying?
Just some paintings I hope to show an art dealer.
Oh. Well, I'm much too busy to see anyone today.
But this can't wait, sir. It's about my father. He had a head injury last spring and lost his memory.
I'm sorry, but I simply can't take on any new patients at this time.
Couldn't you just come and look at him?
Frankly, no. My work has piled up since I've been away.
Captain Jansen said if anyone could cure my father, you could.
Who's Captain Jansen?
Commander of a barge over at Horn. You cured his brother when everyone gave him up.
Oh, yes. Interesting case. Amnesia.
Won't you see if there's any hope?
You're very persistent.
I have to be. People in our village think he's dangerous. They want him locked up in an institution.
Order my stay at once.
Yes, Doctor.
Well, come on. You've got to show me where you live.
The children should be consulted.
What is it, Mother?
The doctor says an operation may restore his memory, but it's very dangerous.
You mean Father might die?
Any operation where pressure on the brain is concerned is highly delicate. Fortunately, the patient appears to be strong physically. I think he has a good chance of getting through it.
But we know that no matter how dangerous, it's necessary, don't we?
Yes, Mother.
When will you do it, Doctor?
I have a very full schedule since I've been away. Let me see. 2 amputations and... well, there's no opening until the 20th. Bring him to the Amsterdam hospital the day before.
Oh, yes, I will.
I'm prescribing some medicine to quiet his nerves if he should be restless again. See that he has plenty of good, nourishing food. Meat, perhaps with red wine.
Thank you very much for coming, Doctor.
No, not at all. Well, this will be all for today.
Doctor?
Huh?
I know you're expensive, sir, so I think it's only fair to tell you. We can't pay for a while.
Young man, it's not my custom to send a bill until after I rendered my services. Good day.
As the day of the great race drew near, the contestants in all the participating villages along the Zuider Zee spent every spare moment practicing for the event.
Gretel, have you seen Hans anywhere? Oh, he's embarrassed on his wooden skates, so he's practicing around the point where no one can see him. Thanks. Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, no, it's these old wooden skates. But I'm getting better. It's just a question of jumping over the rough spots. Still meeting secretly, huh? What do you mean? A pretty little scene. Not quite as comfortable as the mill, is it? How did you know about that? Well, everyone knows that Hilda's father forbade her to see you again. But he didn't know about the mill. You are the one who told the burgomaster. What if I did?
You are contemptible.
Get your skates off.
My Ludwig was attacked today by the son of that madman Brinker. But without provocation, mind you. As a member of the town council, I strongly feel that a boy like Hans Brinker should not be allowed to represent our town in the race.
Are you sure it was without provocation?
I have Ludwig's word for it.
And I heard a story from my daughter who happened to be present. And she feels that young Brinker was entirely justified. And frankly, so do I. Good evening.
On the eve of Raff's removal to the hospital, the Brinkers faced two of the most critical situations in their lives: Raff's operation and the race for the big prize. No wonder the immediate future held for the little family a mixture of fear and of hope.
Oh, darling. You are going to shave before we take you to the hospital. I can't let you frighten the nurses. Dr. Bookman is going to make you well again. I know.
Who's going to take care of Till when we go to Amsterdam?
Old Maria's going to take care of him.
Amsterdam Hospital at your service.
Thank you very much for the ride.
Will you pick up Hans and me outside the marketplace this afternoon?
But not later than 4 o'clock. I hope everything goes well.
I think it's best you say goodbye to your father now.
Goodbye, Father. Oh, Mother, we hate to leave you. If it wasn't for the money we may win in the race, we'd give it up.
Of course you won't. There's nothing you can do now. What time are the races tomorrow?
The girls start at 10 and the boys go right after us.
And Hans, when do you think you will be reaching Amsterdam?
Early in the afternoon. We turn back when they reach the King's Bridge.
If the operation is over and if your father is out of danger, I'll wait to you from the bridge. Come on, darling.
I'll come to the marketplace as soon as I can.
All right.
Can you help a poor cripple? Can you help a poor cripple?
No, I'm sorry.
Beggars not allowed in here.
I'm not a beggar, sir. I'm an artist.
Aren't they the same? You made a good purchase, sir. Race style is becoming quite popular. Yes, so I understand. Good day, sir.
Is Mynheer de Jong around?
Oh, he died 2 weeks ago. Went home ill and never recovered.
I'm sorry.
Left things in quite a mess. I'm his nephew. I've had to take over the shop.
You know if he sold my drawings? I left some here. Pencil sketches.
Oh, those, yes. I'm glad to get rid of them. They've taken up space. Are these yours?
Yes. Now I have better ones in oils, see? Perhaps you'd be interested in one of these.
I'm selling out, not buying.
Thank you, sir. Are you badly hurt?
The thief! He's stolen all my money!
Open the door! Open up! Help! Help! Police! I'm in here! Help me get out!
But what did the boy who ran after him look like?
Like any young beggar. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't in league with that cutthroat. They often work in pairs.
Did the boy leave these paintings?
He did. And those dreadful drawings, too.
He's no thief. I know him. He's a friend of mine. You better try and find him. I might be in trouble.
Yes, come on.
I'm sorry, but I can't wait any longer.
I can't understand what's happened, Hans. He knows we have to be back for the races tomorrow.
If it doesn't come soon, I think you'd better go to the police.
Exhausted by his vain efforts to get free, his troubled mind filled with concern for tomorrow's events, Hans spent a night of frustration and anxiety.
in and can't get out.
Oh-ho! You must be the boy the police are looking for. Wait till I call them and we'll have you out of there in a jiffy.
You know, we've been looking all night for you.
Can you show us the ship where you saw this cripple go aboard?
Yes, but first I must find my sister.
Don't you worry about her. She's sleeping in a nice, warm police station.
Well, come on then. It's nearby.
What do you want?
May I speak to the man with the crutch, please?
Someone wants to see you.
How did you?
I can't thank you enough, Brinker. I'll even take your paintings. On consignment, of course.
Doesn't he get a reward for recovering the money?
Certainly. Here you are. 5 guilders.
Gretel, it's almost enough to buy some new skates I saw.
How much more do you need?
2 more guilders.
2 more guilders.
Oh, we have to pick up my skates on the way. Hurry, or we'll never get to Monnickendijk by 10.
Unless we find a sleigh. And I'm sure Mynheer de Jong will be happy to loan us his. Come on. I don't think they're coming.
Why wouldn't they?
Maybe they realized Hans doesn't have a chance with wooden skates.
They had to take the father to Amsterdam, but they'll be here.
As soon as the dance is over, I shall call the girls' race.
But your lordship, 2 of our contestants are missing.
Nevertheless, we shall proceed.
But
Where are Hans and Gretel? We'll be called in a minute.
Silence! The girls get ready for the first race.
I wish I knew what's happened to them.
Look over there. Here comes someone now.
Here they come.
The girls will take their starting position.
That's you, Gretel. Hurry. Good luck.
Oh, what happened to you? It's a long story. I've been to Amsterdam. There's no time to explain now. Get ready.
Look, they're even better than yours.
When the horn blows, you will start. The girls' race is 4 miles out to the Zuider Zee and back. The winner will receive these silver skates and 300 guilders. Good luck to all of you.
quiet about it?
Silence! The winner is Wilhelmina Worcester of Sparkenburg.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Will you please come forward and receive your prize? The prize.
Never mind. You nearly won.
Anyway, you still have a chance.
And now the boys will take their starting positions.
Go on, Hans. I'm sure you can win.
Good luck, Hans.
You are about to begin a long-distance race of 26 miles across the Zuider Zee to Amsterdam and return.
The one we had to worry about is that fella from Horn. Which one is he? The tall one with the fur cap. They don't call him Charles the Champion for nothing.
I expect every one of you to finish, whether he wins or not. You will start on the Horn. After that, it's everyone for himself. May the best Hollander win. Oh. It has been called to my attention that there is a dangerous patch of thin ice in the South Basin. So heed the warning and be certain that you all go around it. Good luck! Even with the best possible speeds, I won't be back for a long time. Come, I invite you to the tavern for a drink.
But Peter's second. Come on, Peter!
Hans Brinker? I don't know. They were both behind me when we left the canal.
The winner is Peter Bowman of Volendam. Will you please come forward and receive your prize?
My 20 guilders, if you please.
I don't understand it. There must be foul play here somewhere.
Here they come.
Somebody get a blanket.
Are they hurt?
Something must have happened.
Hans, Ludwig.
What happened?
Peter, you won?
Yeah.
But what happened to you?
Well, tell us now.
Out with it.
It was all my fault. I tried to take a shortcut across the thin ice, and it wouldn't hold me. Hans pulled me out.
And what do you have to say to that?
I say we should both be glad that our town won. Come on, Ludwig.
I'm sorry. Thanks for everything you've done.
You're recovering so quickly, I don't think I have to call on you again.
It's that thick Dutch head of mine.
We can't thank you enough, Doctor.
Ah,
Peter Bowman has offered to lend us his prize money, so now we can pay your fee.
I warn you, it's pretty high. This is my fee. And I won't take anything less. Because a genuine Hans Brinker is going to be worth a lot of money one of these days. By the way, someone has already taken care of your hospital bills.
Who was that?
Mynheer Schimmel said it had something to do with Hans and his son. Well, good day.
What's all of this about money? Why didn't you use 1,000 guilders I saved?
Oh, Raf. We ransacked the storeroom. We looked everywhere. Somebody must have stolen it.
But you didn't look under the loose board, did you? Huh?
Oh, Ralph. Do you call that a safe place to hide so much money? Anyone could have found it there.
But you didn't, did you? No, because it was too easy.
Oh, you silly man.
There's an old sailor's song that we sing all day long, and we call it the wooden shoe waltz.
When we're far out at sea, this gay melody makes us dream of our sweetheart by the old northern sea. Oh, my darling, my Hollander miss, I'm longing to hug you and give you a kiss.
Then whirl you around while the band plays with waltz.
As we dance with the strains of the wooden shoe waltz,
like this.
Like this.
Then whirl you around and give you a big kiss.
Like this.
Like this. The dance of the wooden shoe waltz.
I'm a real snorter and a headbuster. I can outrun, out-jump, out-sing, out-swim, out-dance, out-shoot, out-eat, out-break.
Out-talk?
Yeah, out-talk, out-toss, and out-fight anybody in the whole Mississippi and Ohio rivers put together.
Well, Captain, meet up with Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
Davy, Davy Crockett, tangling with Big Mike Fink. Davy, Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. History remembers the name of his gun and some of the deeds he really done.
It's a battle royal as Big Mike Fink matches wits and daring with Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. A head-on clash of kings. You'll thrill to the keelboat race down the Ohio River, through raging rapids and hostile Indian territory.
Hey, Davy, look out! There's a rock dead ahead!
Here is lusty, gusty entertainment, packed with action, fun, and adventure, telling new tales of America's most fabulous frontier heroes. And when the king of the river joins forces with the king of the wild frontier, there's double trouble for the infamous pirates of the old Ohio River.
Davy, Davy Crockett, king of the wild